Hey, what's up guys? Big Nady back with another video, and today we're going to talk about the college football championship game, deviating from the usual basketball talk. So, Alabama and Clemson played once again. Clemson destroyed Alabama 44-16. They went perfect, 15-0 on the season, won the ACC championship, and really had a great year. Alabama did too. They were the SEC championship winners. Um, Looked like the game was going to be a lot closer than it appeared, especially in the first half. It was still a game. They were kind of going back and forth. Um, Tua was kind of throwing some interceptions in that first half. One of them was great defense. It was the second interception. If you were watching the first half, he kind of threw it before the receiver even got to the spot. I think he anticipated the safety not doing what he did. The safety just went directly for the ball, intercepted it. So he had a little bit too much faith in his receivers, I think, yesterday, and in his arm talent. But it was a pretty entertaining first half. The second half wasn't as entertaining as Clemson just poured it on. And very early on, you saw Clemson came with the energy and the fire. And that's what you have to do against this Alabama team. We know that they're a dominant team. Clemson came out, punched them right in the mouth. Didn't, you know, and what I thought was, if Clemson played the first half, the second half like they did the first half, they would win the game. But if they lost some of their intensity and lost some of that drive, then Alabama might be able to make a comeback. And they came right out the locker room and punched him in the mouth again and end it. So it was a great game by Trevor Lawrence. He had the passing game. He ran a little bit. The running game was there for Clemson. And Alabama will be back. Clemson will be back. It was, like I said, a very entertaining first half. I think that Alabama is going to have a lot of fuel to their fire for next year. I'll expect them to run over teams next year to get right back to that national championship, and hopefully Clemson can get back so we can see, what that matchup brings once again. Expanding from the championship game, there's a lot of talk about expanding the college football playoff. I think that some people are saying they should do it, they shouldn't. Honestly, I don't think they should, because it's going to be the same couple of teams, and Alabama's always in the mix. Clemson has always been in the mix. So I don't think expanding it would do any better, honestly. As you know, I'm a big MSU fan. So a couple of years ago, we played Alabama in the college football playoff, and they destroyed us. We didn't even score a single touchdown. And so expanding the college football playoff would just make games like that more frequent, because it's just too dominant. So I would just like to see the format stay the same at 4 teams. This year, I think Oklahoma deserved to be in. Notre Dame, they were undefeated, but you clearly saw they should not have been in that 4th spot. Ohio State should have been in that 4th spot, even though they had that tough loss to Purdue. But just looking at the eye test, you can tell that Ohio State was one of the top 4 teams in the country. Georgia, a lot of their players, they were talking about they need to expand the playoffs. They were better than Notre Dame. I don't know. They lost their bowl game, and they talked a lot on Twitter because I guess they had a competitive game against Alabama and lost, so they thought they were better than what they were. But yeah, I think Ohio State should have been in there. The one guy I did want to discuss out of all of this, and kind of the forgotten guy, is Kelly Bryant. As you know, he was their quarterback last year, patiently waited, behind Deshaun Watson for 2 years. And you know, Deshaun Watson, what he did to beat Alabama in that game-winning touchdown a couple of years ago. And you know, he did everything that the coaching staff asked of him. They still decided to go with Trevor Lawrence, which obviously now looks like the more talented quarterback, especially throwing. But I think the way they went about it, you know, they had to do what's best for the team. Obviously, he transferred to Missouri, which is a good move for him. He's a senior. I think that he might be feeling a little bit salty about this championship because this was supposed to be his year to come back and, you know, basically get his revenge for when they lost the year before in the college football playoffs. But outside of that, it was a very interesting game. Can't wait for next season's college football and see what MSU does and a lot of other teams do. But hey, this is Big Natty. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and let me know if you want me to talk about any other sports outside of basketball, more football, or more gameplay videos. Can release some Call of Duty Black Ops videos or more 2K videos. So hey, Big Netty, peace.